We didn't actually know what it was. We suspected it was a shipwreck, but we had no idea if it was a historic wreck or a modern wreck. So we had an opportunity with NOAA, with their Okeanos Explorer, to actually go and look at this particular site and see what it was. When we saw it, we were all just astonished because it was a beautifully preserved, and by that I mean for a 200-year-old shipwreck. Of course, the wood is deteriorated. It's largely been eaten away by marine organisms. But what is left is a copper shell, which would have been the lower part of the hull, which was sheathed in copper to protect it from marine organisms, barnacles and such. And inside that shell were all of the contents of the ship, still in their place. This is a very deep site. It's over 4,000 feet deep, so it's well beyond the impacts of hurricanes or storms or anything else. So it's essentially been untouched for probably close to 200 years. Then we started seeing bottles, ceramics, all of which were hand-blown of a type that we knew of an early date. And then, of course, cannon. Well, that was a dead giveaway. So it certainly speaks to a time when travel in the Gulf of Mexico was fairly dangerous. Well, the Gulf of Mexico was actually really a crossroads for the European empires that were fighting at the time in Europe, and a lot of that conflict came to the waters in the Gulf. We have the British Empire, we have the French Empire, we have the Spanish, and of course we have the United States, the fledgling United States at that period, just rising as a military power. All of this was coming together in the Gulf of Mexico. At the same time, we also had pirates. Everybody's heard of John Lafitte here in New Orleans. He was very active in this area and had actually a fairly large contingent of pirates associated with him. So it was actually a fairly hazardous place to be if you were a merchant ship. So it was not unlikely that you would be carrying a cannon on board to protect yourself. Or you could be one of the people that are preying on those things. We haven't determined that, of course.